Yesterday I came up from those churches here and turned to the right, i.e. behind me. Now I'll take this path up and hope that it takes me up to the top. But it may be a Pyrrhic victory when I get there, in that it's only a well-built wall. Very much a facade, if you will. At the very least, it may be a pretty walk along this hillside beneath that wall. Here are the walls above me. Are those big Hummers or what? I've seen them around. From here on, it looks like the wall is not restored very well because it cannot that well be seen. I thought when I rounded the corner from that direction where I've come from to this I would find nothing, but in fact there appears to be more. I wonder how you get up there. Interesting. I think when I took that path instead of the stone walkway, of course, I locked myself out. So I did walk down to this last bit of detail, but don't know what it doesn't signify anything. These just may be baby poppies amidst these very pretty baby what's-his-faces. Okay, after a long climb up here, it's closed until tomorrow. Because they want to think of it as a museum. Gotta love it. Why that lady brings her wares up here when it's closed. All you're going to find is pissed off tourists. The irony is it's mostly restored, so I've seen restored castles before. I'm going to now go down to the information office, and if it's as difficult to get to Galika, or whatever you pronounce it, National Park, as I think it may be, I'm just going to leave tomorrow and go directly to Bitola and keep moving. This is interesting because it looks like the remnant of a church. Not much. And it looks like this remnant is part of these folks' home. I think these flowers are mostly dead, but the deep orangey red color attracted my attention. Here's another church, but it looks like it's almost brand new. Certainly that tower is very new, made out of modern brick. It does have a little bell tower, which is cute. A little place for folks to sit. The rapidly deteriorating old building. Some cashews, love that. This is the inside of the market where you can buy anything that you want. In the way of produce, if they grow, it does not seem to have peas, although they have cheese. You notice? There's Gordon down there. Speaks very good English in the red shirt. Don't know where he learned, but he speaks very hard-working man. Plus stuff for your stove. I assume that's for country stoves. Now we're in the miscellaneous area, the Walmart section. If you need recognition while you're traveling, you come to the market where they will recognize you because you have money. The Croc knockoffs, actually those look like Crocs. Finally went into a pastry shop I found and bought this. It's warm. It probably has cheese in it. Maybe something like spinach. I'm not sure. It tastes a hint of cornbread, but I don't know if that's the texture or if it's the taste or... 2nd century before Christ.
Yes. And we're making the paper by using little pieces from the heart of the wood only and water. So it's just wood and water. But we must cut the wood under a specific angle, and then those fibers of wood should stay in water for 2 or 3 weeks. And after 3 weeks, they naturally join each other. So we don't use any chemicals or glue. It's all natural.
Yes, yeah.
We usually use oak, cherry, walnut, juniper because they give the best quality. This is oak now. We get white paper from oak. And for example, from juniper, it's a little yellow and it has a pinky color from cherry, so the color comes from the wood.
You get pink color from cherry wood?
Yes.
Oh, that's interesting.
Not so pinky, but...
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
what is this right here?
sometimes we use natural colors
okay.
to get red, green, you know, from flowers, and different additives for decoration like tea leaves, straw, tobacco, anything that is natural.
Okay.
Now, we have one piece of paper.
Yes. Very valuable piece of paper.
Yes.
Today they're so inexpensive we wad them up, throw them away.
Then we put it here on this material. But it has a lot of water inside, more than 50% of water, so we put the paper under the press here to squeeze the water, and then it's drying naturally on the sun 1, 2 or 3 days, depends from the weather. And when it's dry, it looks like this. It goes out from the
yes, yes.
But it is not flat from the sun, and we put it here again
To flatten it out again.
Yes. And then it's finished piece of paper. Everything that you see here is made in the same way and printed on Gutenberg Express. Where are you from?
I'm from America, America. Yeah. There are apparently only 2 copies of the Gutenberg press. This is one of them. Another in Slovenia, the original in Germany somewhere, of course. And everything here has been done on these 2 presses, including the color, which of course would be particularly difficult since you have to get the register perfectly. Notice that's where any excess water would spill out. This man has his photo shop here, and he also offers tourist information. He is friendly, he speaks English, he's very enthusiastic about offering his information, and he's just down the street from, up there is the paper place, and he's between it and the square, which is down here. Family of geese, unless they're swans, maybe. I don't think so. Maybe swans. A little tawdry looking. I don't know if that's the species or not. Maybe a couple of authentic wagons, who knows? It looks like it. You wonder what the purpose of that grill work was. That looks like it's the front, so it's curious to me. Notice some metal outrigging and how it's attached both to that part of the harness thing, whatever you call it, and the axle and the upper portion of the basket of the wagon itself. And over at the far end, the south end of the strand, for lack of a better term, nice little marshy area here. And here this nice wide strand goes all the way back to the waterfront. Very pretty area for walking. I'll turn left here and try and pick up Turistica Boulevard, which goes south. It's interesting, the construction of hotels continues. There are lots of little bed and breakfasts posing as hostels. There are many homes that have room for rent, and yet in my hostel, which is new, it's beautiful on the inside. 3 of the dorms, which are large, only 2 people in one of them, me and a girl in all 3 of them. You get the idea that it's the video store dynamic. One guy makes a lot of money, everybody opens up a video store. And then nobody makes any money.